Okay, tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about, and I've covered this subject before, but I thought maybe it's a good time to cover it yet again. How to tell a sham, a fake, a charlatan guru from a real deal. What should you look for? What are some telling points? So let's just go down the list. A sham, a fake, a charlatan, con man, guru, or woman, it could be female, could be male. There are a lot of female charlatans out there as well. Okay. Maybe they have some sort of an energetic draw. Okay, they may have a magnetic personality. Okay. But a lot of it is built on this ideation that they build up. A lot of media spin. They're on a stage. They'll have a big following. They will sell courses. And they have people, again, making a big media thing as to how fabulous it is and geared towards selling their courses. Selling whatever it is that they're selling. Okay? So this is very common. If you see them on a big stage, they're going to sell you a course. Spirituality is not like going to a college. You don't go take a course and you get a degree at the end, okay? It doesn't work that way. So how can you tell the genuine guru from the sham, the fake, the con man, the charlatan, okay? The genuine guru is somebody that's more low-key. Okay, they're not sitting on a stage. They're not having a big promotion. They don't have a big media team out there working. They are not selling courses. Okay? The genuine guru gives from the heart. They've done the path. They've walked the path. They're not just talking hot air and BS. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. With a genuine guru, when they give you practices, it's going to start shifting consciousness. You'll notice it very rapidly. Okay? And that's no BS. That either happens or it doesn't. The proof is in the pudding, as I always say. The proof is in what takes place. If you get to a genuine guru, the practices can knock you on your butt. Okay? It's the way it is. Okay? So again, a genuine guru gives from the heart. They will accept the students. And then they, expect the students to give back in appreciation. There's never a price tag. Some students give, some don't give, some never give. Okay? But you give them the same knowledge. Okay? You give them the same knowledge, no matter where they're at, no matter how much money they have. Okay? Again, some give, and it's usually the ones that give, that are dedicated to that are appreciative of what is given, that have the most progress. And those that come in, that are miserly, that want everything for nothing, usually they're the ones that want the most attention. And then when they don't get it, and the universe is not honoring what's being given because they are not giving back in any way, shape, or form, they get nasty, they want to leave, they want to set themselves up as some big teacher, and they're going to tell you everything that's wrong with that teacher and that path. Yet they've given nothing. Everything they've gotten gratis from the goodness of the teacher's heart. So that type of person that leaves a path, okay, they think they're owed everything. And trust me, no spiritual teacher owes students that are coming. Any spiritual teacher has the right to say, I'm not going to work with you. Okay? For various reasons. Okay? Maybe you see that the person is very unbalanced. Okay? or that they're just full of hot air. They don't, or they're here for ulterior motives. They're not here to actually know God. They want to gain power so they can have power over people. So if you see any of those things going in, you weed them out. Say, no, you need to go. Okay? Again, it's through the grace of the Guru that the practices work. There is a symbiotic happening. There is a connection that takes place. When there is a connection between the Guru and the sadhaka, then, again, when these practices are given, they will work on a very, very deep level. But again, if you have a student that comes in, they're judgmental, they're looking at everything down their nose like they know something, okay? You think that the universe is going to honor what's given to them? It's not going to work for them, okay? It's not going to work because they're not appreciative, they're not respectful, okay? So again, that takes place too. It's not easy. People think that you're on a high street when you're a guru. Trust me, when you're a genuine guru, you're not. You're not getting Rolls Royces. You're not sitting up in a big mega palace, okay? You don't have hot and cold running sadhakas all day, okay? None of that takes place. Maybe it does for the charlatans, for ones like Osho, Nityananda, those type. Okay? But for genuine gurus, they live a very quiet life. Again, they give from the heart what can be given. We do watch, I have the online ashram. I do watch what the students post. I may not answer it. And I usually don't answer it because they have to do the path themselves. They have to put in the time. They have to put in the dedication. They have to be serious. They have to continue to surrender into it and be vigilant in their journey. They're given the tools that they need, but nobody can do it for them. Okay, you have to do it yourself. So, again, the tools are given. We watch, we monitor what's taking place. If something needs to be stepped in, we step in at that point and correct something. If we see them going in a wrong direction, we'll step in and correct it and say, no, look at this, look at, So I just wanted to put that out there, things to look for. And a guru will walk their talk. Okay, they will walk their talk. Okay, if they're saying be celibate, they're not out walking and going to strip shows. They're not out, like Nityananda was when he came to the U.S. He changed his clothes and went to strip shows. And he's supposed to be a celibate sannyasi? Okay. You walk your talk. Okay? If my students come, they will see what you see every day when I post a video. I'm here. I'm in my house. I'm not going to parties. I'm not going to all these types of dramas. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I'm here. Okay? That's it. Unless I'm going and traveling, going to reservation or something like that. Otherwise, I'm here leading a very quiet life. And what you see is what you get. That's it. It's not one persona here for the screen and some other persona behind the screen. Okay? There's no mask. Okay? And that's what people don't get. A lot of these fake gurus have one persona that they present on stage, and behind the scenes they're totally something different. Okay? They're not walking the talk. They put on a show. Okay? If you want to pay for a big show, be my guest. You want to pay a lot of money, go play dress up, fantasy, be my guest. Okay? But again, I'm here to tell people what is the reality, because a lot of people don't have discrimination. They haven't had any depth of spiritual experience. Maybe they've read some books. And there's a huge difference between somebody that's read books and wants to talk about realization, talk about what a path is, what it's not, versus somebody that's actually gone the whole way. When you've gone the whole way, it carries an energy. It comes from wisdom. It's not something that one is regurgitating like a parrot that they've memorized. And meanwhile, their mind is running 100 miles an hour trying to remember what they've read so they can regurgitate it. Okay? And sound and look very pontifical when they're doing it. Okay? Vast difference between when something has come by the genuine walk, by the genuine falling away, by the genuine death before death experience. Okay? When the mind has stilled, when the mind has fallen away into that emptiness, that stillness that doesn't come and go, it's always ever present. Vast difference between that and somebody that's mind that's going 100 miles an hour trying to remember verses they've read and regurgitated and make it sound as if they've gotten something special. Okay? Again, don't do a lot. Maybe in the beginning, when things fall away, you want to share it with everyone, but then eventually you find out you can't share it. If somebody's in duality, the mind of Advaita and duality, you could talk about Advaita, what it is to be in that consciousness all day, and they won't get it. Okay? There's no way to get or to understand or to get a glimpse of what it is in realization when the mind has stilled. Okay? When your mind is going 100 miles an hour. Okay? So while people want to hear about Advaita, the best thing I can tell them is stay in the moment, do the practices, get there yourself. Okay? Rather than hearing about it secondhand, trying to memorize it, and then spout it like a parrot, and claim that you've entered realization, because you're only cutting your own throat. Okay? Because then you're not on the path. You're not surrendering. You're not doing what's needed to actually get to moksha, realization. Maybe you can con some people, you can fool some people, maybe you can even fool yourself for a time, but you'll still be in suffering. And if you are still in suffering, depression, any of those types of things, you are not in moksha. Okay? Okay? In moksha, things come and go. Okay? They don't stick. There's no depression. There's none of this drama any longer. Things come and go. Surface. That's all. Surface. Okay? Such a huge difference. Okay? There's no soap opera story that's being regurgitated and lived and fought against and trying to validate or whatever cycle you're on, whether it's validation or trying to dispel it. Soap opera has to go totally before there is enlightenment, moksha. Okay? So again, if you're in suffering, you cannot say you're enlightened. Okay? If your mind is still going, you're hearing this thought, that thought, this thought, that thought, it's over, then your mind is in Advaita, in duality. You are in duality. That is not liberation. That is not moksha. That is not enlightened. Okay? So I just wanted to put this out there as an FYI to aid people to understand what's the difference, what to look for, some telling points, okay? So people keep coming to me and asking me, what about this guru? What about that? Why do you come to me and ask me? Okay? I'm a guru. That's a little rude. Don't you think that's a little rude? You want to come and ask me about this guru, that guru, that guru. Why? Okay? That's very rude. Okay? So again, I put out these pointers so you don't have to ask me any longer. If this one a genuine, is it not? I've given you the telling points. Most genuine gurus, they're going to be more difficult to find. Again, because they're not going to have a big following. Because a genuine guru is going to be hard. Okay? They're not going to be what's there to fluff up your egos along the way. They're there to cut through the BS. So more than likely, you're not going to want to hear what they're going to say. Okay? Unless you genuinely want to progress. And you're willing to encounter yourself. You're willing to encounter the nonsense to go to reality. Now, if you're looking for another way to make another spin, a bigger fantasy, something that you can be in control. I want to be in control of my life. I want to, like God. I want to connect with God, and then God's going to be my big sugar daddy and give me everything I want, and he's going to be so enamored because I'm following him. That's what the nominal seeker thinks. Oh, God's going to be so enamored that I'm paying attention to him, that it's just going to open up and I'm going to walk the yellow brick road and I'm going to have rainbows and he's going to do everything for me. Okay? Because I'm going to tell him exactly what I want and he's going to do it. God is not your slave. Okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but God is not Santa Claus and he is not your slave to do your bidding. Okay? It's so different from that. Okay, so different from that. And if that's what you're looking for, then yeah, you're going to continue to gravitate to the charlatans, to the big show, to the ones that sound good for ego. They're going to fluff up your ego and give you something to hold to that you can sit there and say, oh, look what I've got. Oh, oh. Really minimal experiences may come. And you'll think they're huge, huge things. Because again, the genuine spiritual path is hard. It's tough. It takes staying power when things get rough, and it will get rough. Okay? Because you're going to have to encounter so many things, all your illusions, all your delusions, all of your ideations will be challenged. Okay? Everything you think you know will be challenged to the depth of being. Okay? Who and what you think you are is going to be challenged to the depth of your being. And you're going to find out you were never what you thought you are. Okay? And God is not whatever you thought it is. Okay? That I can guarantee. That can be guaranteed. But it's worth the journey, no matter how hard it is. And sometimes it can be so hard you're praying for death. You're praying just to get to that next second. Like you can't take another minute of it. It is so difficult. Okay? Yes, now I can talk from a place of, calm, of steadiness, but trust me, you go through hell first. Okay? It's not easy. You'll face the greatest fear you've ever seen. Okay? You will have to walk through fires. You will have to walk through, you have no idea what's coming. Okay? But in the end, it's all worth it. Remember the movie of the Buddha? They had the one, I think it was Keanu Reeves that was in it, and he's sitting there meditating, and these demons are coming, and fires are coming, and all this stuff is coming. Yes, all that stuff comes. Okay? And it seems very real when it comes. And it's something one has to navigate through. Okay? That's not just a story. Those things actually take place. Okay? And it's not a joke. Okay? When it takes place, it is not a joke. It will shake you to the core of being. Okay? And all those illusions will come as if they are real. Okay? So unless you're serious, don't start a path to realization. Stay on the surface, go play. Get another thing just to keep your interest, another toy, another something you can pick up and put down. Because on a real path, when Kundalini awakens, it is open 24/7. There is no getting away. There's no turning it off and turning it on when you want to. Okay? When it starts in earnest, you're going to have visions when you're at work, whether at the store, at work, at home. It is not a respecter of that. Okay? So unless you can hang with that, unless you can navigate through that, unless you can take big shifts of consciousness, where all of a sudden the thoughts are gone and you panic and think, I can't think, I'm not going to be able to think, I'm not going to be able to work, I'm not going to be able, and people go through that the minute they first start having that still mind. And they're not used to direct consciousness. Okay? So again, well, I'm going to leave this here. It's gone longer than what I was planning on doing. Sometimes it's like that. You start talking, you don't know exactly what else is going to come out, but that's the way it is with direct consciousness. Okay? What needs to be said just comes out, and that's it. So have a great evening, everyone. See you online. Have a great night. And everybody, continue your path. Continue forward.